So while everybody's trying to make a big deal about how tariffs are going to hurt Americans, listen to this Illinois farmer say that he is thankful that Donald Trump is finally prioritizing Americans.
Well, first, I want to start with this industry is in a unique position. While other people in agriculture may be a little bit worried about the tariffs, people like Alan Adams here, who run this cattle farm, are uniquely positioned because, again, as you said, this will level the playing field. So tell me how you're feeling at this moment.
Well, we've struggled with tariffs my whole adult life in the cattle business. And so we were happy to hear the president last week mention that beef was one of the things that he wanted to have tariffs lowered. And so some of the European countries and Australia have been difficult for us to sell beef in. And so they get to sell beef into our country, and we're happy to have them compete against us. But we'd like the same chance to sell the great taste of American beef to them.
So while everybody in the media is trying to scare you and say this is going to be doomsday for all of America, people like this farmer, the United Auto Workers, are coming out in favor of these tariffs. I know people in my personal life who are already benefiting as their factories are increasing production, because a lot of these factories aren't at maximum capacity. So while people on the left are trying to freak out and say, well, it's going to take years to build all these new factories. Sure, that could be the case, but hopefully with Donald Trump deregulating everything, that process gets sped up. But it fails to mention that we can increase current capacity at tons of existing factories, which will have immediate economic benefit. Now, another nation that has smartened up and decided to work with Trump is Taiwan, which is a big win for us and a big hit to China. Here's a report from Reuters. Sunday, Taiwan's president offered zero tariffs as the basis for talks with the U.S., pledging to remove trade barriers rather than imposing reciprocal measures and saying Taiwanese companies will raise their U.S. investments. It continues, in the future, in addition to TSMC's increased investment, that's the chip company, other industries such as electronics, information and communications, petrochemicals, and natural gas will be able to increase investment in the U.S. and deepen Taiwan-U.S. industrial cooperation. So this is the game. It's working right in front of our eyes, even though the other side doesn't want to admit it. All of these countries could be buying more from America. They just chose not to before because we didn't have an administration that prioritized American prosperity. It was always global prosperity.